In this episode of Flexbox tutorial part 4, we are going to make our Flexbox mobile responsive. Now Flexbox has an auto shrink or grow option to narrow or widen your contents with the changing value of display device. This property is known as Flex Shrink or Flex Grow that depicts how faster a Flexbox will relatively shrink or grow with respect to other divs in the same container. Or if the values are same, then how rapid will it behave with the changing value of the device. But this is not the ideal case we should rely every time. If we keep on using the default values at the lower display width, we will get the following display, which is entirely wrong for lower display device width. So let's look for an alternative then. At lower dimension, due to lower display width, it is rather problematic to work with display flex property. The content gets smaller in size. So what is the alternative then? Let's find out into source code. Now this is the project so far that we have created. This is the getup. And if we look here, we can see that the thing that we have mentioned previously, the auto shrinking property of Flexbox or auto growing property, it is now in effect. But as we can see, the major drawback of this kind of therapy is that all of these contents, they are coming side by side. But if we wish to keep our contents, as we have seen in case of our bootstrap design, that the contents are getting ups and downs in case of lower display device width, and in case of higher display device width or larger device preview, it is getting side by side. So if we want to make changes in this sort of manner, then all we can do, let's get back to our project, and in stylesheet.css we can observe here, we can witness that this is the mother box one, and here we have provided this display flex option. Now due to this property of display flex, all of these contents, they are getting side by side. But if we now create media query where I have assigned a mean width of 768 pixels, and here I have already created the same class name that I had created over here, this mother box one. All I'm doing, I'm just pressing Ctrl X, that means I'm cutting this thing off, and here inside this media query I have mentioned now this display flex option. That means until the media width is 767 pixels, all these types of contents, those things will be coming vertically up and down. That means these things will be vertically stacked one over another, and when the media width is 768 pixels, then all these contents should be coming side by side, as we can see here. Now let's reload, and we can see that as we have expected, all these contents are now coming vertically up and down, and there's absolutely no problem with it. Now for say, let's provide here 767 pixels, and we can see that still these contents are getting vertically stacked on each other. Now this device width or this media width, it is now 768 pixels, and we can see that these contents are now getting horizontal again, they are coming side by side. So if we press Ctrl Shift M, we can see that at the larger device preview, all these contents, those are practically getting aligned side by side. And if we press Ctrl Shift M again, and if we come down, we can see that all these contents are vertically stacked on each other. And we can do many major things over here, such as we can increase the font size, or we can specify anything else that we want to display in a larger device preview that we do not wish to come over into the lower display device width. And for all these things, we have assigned a minimum width, which is 768 pixels. So this is how we can convert CSS Flexbox into a mobile responsive one without any aid of bootstrap responsive design. In the next tutorial, we are going to learn how to insert a menu and how to resize it. So that's all for today's tutorial. Hope to see you guys in the next tutorial. If you guys have liked this tutorial, then do not hesitate to hit that red subscribe button down below. Hope to see you guys in our next tutorial. Till then, bye.